campaign. You're in a real battle. You're talking about Ocean carrying you, Tom, but what about the record itself that you believe makes the real case to the people?
Well, I think the record is that we've improved the economy, that we've made the country stronger. One of the things that bothers me the most in this cycle is it seems like the Democrats want to just go after the president on everything. Obviously, there's a great deal of dislike. This is the president of the United States. We want the country to succeed. And what I've done is try to work with him when I can. And when I disagree, I say so. And I've been able to push back and get things done that matter to Ocean County. Somebody just shooting spitballs from him from the sideline is not going to get anything done that matters for South Jersey when they need to. So I get people who are worked up. I see it every day. But I believe that the country is stronger and more prosperous. Take Ocean County, South, not even just Ocean and Burlington. Average family income went up 10.4% last year. That's huge. That is huge. There's only a handful of congressional districts in the whole country that experience that sort of growth. So, look, I get people that are worked up. I am doing my best to try to listen to everybody and to work with the president when I can. And when I need to push back.
What are your sharpest disagreements with him? With the president?
Well, look, we had some disagreement on drug policy. As an example, there was an effort to shut down the Office of National Drug Control Policy. I thought it was a terrible idea. I chaired the heroin task force in Congress, and I went to the administration and said no. Probably and we won. We won that. Probably the biggest issue was on tax. The Speaker, the President, Mitch McConnell, and the Senate were all committed to eliminating the deductibility of state and local taxes. There were just a handful of us, literally 4 or 5 of us, that went and fought that for week after week after month until we got $10,000 restored. That is enough for nearly every person in my district, and for New Jersey overall, 81% of people are getting a tax cut. That probably is the thing that matters the most to the people I represent. That's worth thousands of dollars in every family's pocket. And don't forget, the standard deduction got doubled. So most people don't even itemize their taxes. Most people take the standard. And anyway, this race I think is about the future of the country. I think my opponent is trying to make it about other things. I think he's been incredibly dishonest in this campaign. And
what jumps out at you? What's the most concerning to you?
He's, aside from being a tax cheat and telling New Jersey that he lived here so he could run for office here and vote here, and then telling Washington at the same time that he lived there so he could get a $70,000 deduction on his home. The only home he owns is in Washington, not here. And I mean, who did he lie to, New Jersey or D.C.? To tell us both the same thing is wrong. He's totally embellished his resume, telling people that he was a national security advisor or officer for George W. Bush. He was a 22-year-old intern and had an entry-level job after that lasted a total of 5 months. That's not somebody that should be saying they were a high-level national security officer. He was a 22-year-old entry-level person. That's just a lie. That's a fraud.
Tom, how does the top of the ticket race impact your district?
I think it does. I mean, Bob Hugin is around here somewhere as well. He is a terrific candidate. He's a decent human being. First in his family to go to college, got a full ride to Princeton, and then volunteered to go into the Marines for 6 or 7 years. He's a good man. He's been a successful businessman. And Bob Menendez is a crook. And we need an honest person at the top of the ticket. I think he's helping a lot. He has a real shot at winning this race.
How do you close the show over the next 40 days? What's the contrast argument that you make?
The contrast argument is that my opponent, Andy Kim, wants to go and resist the president at every hand. He has shown it. He started a resistance organization called Rise Stronger, dedicated to that purpose. He has lied to the people of Jersey because he wants them to think he's a moderate Democrat. He is not. He is a resistance figure. And I have been pretty straight about who I am. I don't pull any punches. People know how I vote. I'm straight about what I believe, and I'm telling people that I will continue to work with the president when I can, and when I disagree, I will push back and get things done that matter for this state and this country.
Your proudest accomplishment as a congressperson?
Certainly getting $10,000 tax deduction restored from zero is a big deal. I think my work as the co-chairman of the heroin task force, I can't even unpack that in a moment. There have been so many bills that we've passed, most of them written by members of my task force. We still have a huge problem. I think it's the biggest problem in the country domestically, and we've done a lot of good work. And and then there's things that might be off the radar for most people. Deborah Hospital, for over 10 years, has been trying to get into the Medicare Dependent Hospital Program. They've been denied that. I was able to get them in this year. That's worth $6 million a year to that hospital that serves South Jersey seniors mostly. And so, I'm really proud of that work I've done with veterans, getting the KC-46 tankers to the Joint Base. That preserves that base probably for the next 30 or 40 years. These are the things I'm proudest of.
Thank you, sir.